Whatever you said at halftime must have worked, because you didn't come out to warm up for the second half until a minute to go before the start of the second half. So I'm sure there was lots of wisdom imparted by you at halftime, and it seemed to work as we controlled the second half and won the game.
I don't know. I mean,
You didn't say anything?
I said similar things before the game and similar things all week long. I might have said them a little more emphatically at halftime. But, it just comes down to, I think at half, our three sophomores at start were 3 for 18 from the floor. And just, wow, just what are you doing type stuff. So, we can say we've been off break, and sometimes that happens, and we could say that. But, we like to think we have more responsibility for our actions in that. Or at least that's what I like to think. So, we were better in the second half. I don't know that we were great, but we were better. We were more solid, and, we get 49 points in the second half. We had 26 points in the first half. They never really scored much throughout the game. Defensively, I don't know if we were great or not, but the results were good. The results were always good. Halftime, they were shooting 31% or 29%. They shot 31 from the game. We had plenty of stops. We were just, absolutely helter-skelter, crazy, nuts, bad. Offensively in the first half. Second half, we got a little bit more solid. There were times that we got a little out again, but as we got solid, then we didn't have any problem scoring.
We were plus 11 in the rebounds in the first half of the game as well.
Yeah, at halftime we're down 1, and, we held them to 29% shooting, and we were up in the rebounds. And, we scored 49 in the second half. We scored 26 in the first half. And we really didn't change a whole lot strategically. I tried to get a little bit more control of it in the second half, called a few more sets, a little bit more solid action instead of allowing us to play, just play some basketball off our normal actions. I did do that to try to get us a little bit solid and did get a little bit more emphatic about exactly what I wanted every trip down the floor. And we got 49 points. We shouldn't have got 26 in the first half.
It was the second half before LeBron really got started going downhill. He got that one coast-to-coast drive and scored inside. That's something we simply didn't see him do a lot in the first half of the ball game.
Well, he went downhill a few times in the first half. He just shot off the bottom of the rim, or he ran over a guy. He had opportunities there in that first half, even with us not having much continuity. The plays he took the ball, it did take the ball to the basket, should have resulted in buckets. And then we had a 3-on-1 one time. He got the shot blocked, and then he had a drop-off for Nas that the ball ended up out of bounds, and I don't know if it was Nas just didn't catch it or what. It should have been a dunk. There was all kinds of things like that in the first half. Even with us playing a little bit out of kilter, just got a little more solid. That's it. We can talk all day, but everything else got a little more solid in the second half, and the results got a lot better.
Dayton Williams, his third double-double, 16 points, 11 rebounds, and I like the way he played tonight.
Yeah, he had moments. They were dropping down on the post. Some of the things are just, you want to bang your head against the wall. We throw in the post, and then he either scores or against this team, you just look right to the corner on the strong side because they drop down there. So you're basically going to get a bucket inside, or you're shooting a horse shot from the corner on the inside-out kick. Or you can throw it back inside after they come back out. And for some odd reason, we just didn't want to do it, and then we did it in the first half. We missed, the shots, or inside guy would look somewhere else other than there when that was where he was supposed to look. So he became the recipient of some of those plays where he made some shots on some inside outs when we got a little more solid in the second half. He got active going to the rim and got a couple tip ins and put backs, and then we got a little active and he got out in transition and made some plays, which is where he makes plays. But, they've got to get where they move the ball a little bit better and then really, really hit those shots when it goes inside out because we're going to be open because they're going to collapse.
I thought Ali Sacco had his best game yet, 8.7 rebounds, and I offered there late in the second half where he seems like he's more comfortable now moving quicker on the floor than he did earlier.
Well, he hadn't practiced. He didn't practice. When we got him back and played a little bit, at the end of the first semester, he had done nothing since August. And, he's back for a couple days of practice, and we put him in the game just so he get a feel. He's now been able to do stuff. He's trimmed up. He's lost some weight. He's getting more in basketball shape. He's knocking some of the rust off. And, he can be a good player for us. He helped us. He was our best inside player tonight, especially when you took both ends. They tried to throw those lobs over the top of him, and he pinned them down, knocked them away. made defensive plays that, he showed a little bit of savvy veteran stuff in there that we haven't had and we need. And, I think eventually if we get Nas just settled into being, what he needs to be. But, again, he's got rebound. I mean, he played about the same minutes as Ollie in this game, and Ollie had 7 rebounds, and he has 2. Nas has got to rebound the ball. And I don't know what else we can do to get. I've never seen anything like it. He has all the ability to do it. So if he'll rebound the ball and keep things simple but aggressive down there, the combination of those two guys should be able to man the 5 fairly well for us.
Off the bench tonight, comment on the play of Christian Andrews and Travell Bryson.
I thought Travell tried all night and gave us some good things. He still gets a little hyper on defense at times and hurts himself a little. But when he does, it's usually for, a little bit of a frantic effort. It's not for lack of effort. We've got to get him focused in, on what it has to be. And, that's all right. We had a couple others whose effort wasn't quite as good, and they didn't get to play a whole lot as we went down the stretch. So, but Vell was trying. And gave us some good things. Got on the offensive glass, made some big plays for us on the offensive glass that were really big in that second half.
Recognition of tonight's player of the game is underwritten by Vincennes Hampton Inn, 2863 Ford Road, the official hotel for visiting teams here at VU, and your choice is?
So what? I'm going to go with Ollie. I think Ollie gave us a big thing tonight. I thought he was good. And, he had several stops inside where they tried to throw the ball in there and lob over the top of him. He had 2 or 3 steals on that and really shut down their interior, any hope of having it. When he was on the floor, they really got, absolutely nothing. And, he gave us a presence. So I'd say Ali tonight.
So region play begins on Wednesday night in a tough spot at Belleville against Swick. They won earlier today over Lewis and Clark, 92-60. They are probably the youngest team in the region this year. They've had some mixed results, but I think in the second half, if Jay puts that team together, they're going to surprise a lot of people.
Well, they played well the last 3 or 4 games of the break. I obviously didn't see their game today yet, so I don't, I can't really evaluate that, but it sounds like they played well. They're going to play hard. They're going to put a lot of that's in a lot of situations, and we're going to have to be, incredibly sharper by Wednesday than we were tonight, or we have 0 chance. We play a half like that first half at Swick, then it won't matter what we do in the second half. It'll be over at halftime. So hopefully we've knocked the rust. Hopefully we'll realize that, and hopefully we can find 5 guys who'll be out there that will just play solid and right. If we play solid and right, and hard, I like our chances, but we put out what we did in the first half tonight. We can't win it, Swick.
Are you going to come over and shovel my driveway for me in the morning?
You can wait for me to do that, but if I'm not there, don't get offended.
I can tell you right now, I am not shoveling 1 teaspoonful of snow. I'm going to sit at home all day tomorrow and watch basketball.
Well, you do that. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow, but it probably won't be shoveling your driveway.
Okay, well, I just thought I'd ask.
All
Coach,
right.
Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks. Coach Todd Franklin.